Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arnold. Live right here in Millville, New Jersey. I'm coming to you with a topic. My topic is neighborhoods. Why neighborhoods, go from good to bad. When I first moved here on Buck Street here in Millville, this was the ideal neighborhood. I've been here since 2008 here on Buck Street. Since that time, you got a lot of the slumlords start buying up properties here on Buck Street. Once them slumlords start buying up properties, they start putting in problem people that cause problem after problem, open drug markets. I done witnessed homicides here, multiple shots fired, robberies, home invasions, people, homes and stuff, yards and stuff is nasty. People don't have respect for other people's properties, other people's boundaries. I mean, nothing. I have neighbors on both sides of it and stuff. That's problems. Nothing but problems. Seems like the more you talk, the worse they get. I don't know what it is when it comes down to certain neighborhoods, especially neighborhoods where a lot of Black people live at and stuff. The neighborhoods just turn to purity trash. I mean, trash. And it's a shame. It's a shame. It don't have to be that way, but it turns into pure trash. They won't look out for one another. Don't support one another. I mean, nothing at all. Myself, I started, putting together, like a business or something on my own. A lot of products and stuff I gave away, stuff like that. And I asked for one simple thing, and that was just let me know how you like the products. That way, if there's any problem, I can make improvements. They too sorry to even do that and stuff. Then a lot of people, they claim they like the products and stuff like that, but they want him to support you. As long as you give it to them, fine. When they come down, when you put a price tag on it and stuff, they won't support you. And it's a shame in a lot of Black communities, throughout, especially here in the United States, one of the richest countries, on the face of this earth. They don't support each other. They're so afraid that you're going to get ahead. I mean, all this stuff. And in these communities here, they always dirty, trash all over the place. People walk past my house every day. I have to go outside to pick up trash. They ride by, throw trash out the windows of their cars and stuff. Kids and adults ride by, throw trash in your yard, all over the sidewalks. Not only that, you got the people around here with their dogs. They walk their dogs and stuff, allow their dogs to mess, in front of your house, in your yard. And they walk right off like nothing ever happened and stuff. You contact the proper authorities. They don't do nothing. When you go to the township meetings and stuff, all you get here in the city of Millville is excuses, and lip service. They don't care nothing about the poor communities and stuff, nothing at all. The police hardly ever patrolled here. If you call the police, if you got a problem, they don't do nothing. That's why these people are the way they are, because they know Millville police is not going to do nothing. And they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing to help the people. But I can guarantee you, if you get out there and you have to defend yourself, you wind up hurting someone and stuff, all that stuff. Then you got the whole police force coming and stuff to arrest you. And my question is why? When you try to reach out to the proper authorities, you cannot get the help that you need. Now, back to the subject that I was talking about, neighborhoods and stuff. These neighborhoods here in Millville and stuff, especially Center City, is some of the worst neighborhoods I ever seen. I never seen nothing this bad. City officials, they don't do nothing. I mean, nothing to improve the communities and communities that need the help the most. They do nothing for. And that's the truth. And I believe that the government needs to come in, like they've done an investigation for the courthouse. They need to do an investigation of these city officials because something is wrong. There is some corruption somewhere. Somewhere. Something is definitely wrong. Anytime you got a police force that's reactive but not proactive and stuff, they come around, nothing is never done. Then you have what you call selective enforcement here. Now, if you up on, say, High Street and you up there gathered around on the sidewalk, they'll come to you and tell you, you got to move along that you're loitering and stuff like that. But here in these neighborhoods, you got these jokers out here, sidewalks so crowded, chairs all over the sidewalk, people sitting all over the place. Anybody walking past, you got to step off the sidewalk into the street in order to get by and stuff. Police ride by, never say nothing. That's just selective enforcement. Okay? Then you got the slumlords here that's charge you an arm and a leg to live in these here dilapidated houses. A lot of these homes, they're outdated. They're not properly insulated. During the summer, you got high electric bills. During the winter, you got high gas bills. Those that have gas. But a lot of these houses around here still burn oil. Got your old oil heaters. And oil, especially during the winter, the price of oil is through the roof. But here in the Millville, they don't do nothing. They do nothing to help, especially poor people. You can forget it. You can forget it. And I think even people that has, say, for instance, say Section 8. I think Section 8, or should I say HUD, needs to crack down and start banning these slumlords. If a house is a certain age and stuff like that, has oil heat, radiator heat, and all that stuff, not properly insulated and stuff like that, they need to be banned. And also, there needs to be a crackdown on these problem tenants because you got a lot of these jokers around here, and I'm quite sure they in probably every state here in the United States and stuff. They move into the communities. A lot of these communities turn into pure D trash. Everybody is not meant to live everywhere. And that's the gospel truth. Because you can take, a good neighborhood, you move the wrong type of people. Now, color has nothing to do with it because you got good and bad in all colors. But I have watched here on Buck Street, my race of people turned Buck Street into a pure D dump. Now, I can speak for that because I live here. And I have watched from 2008 when I moved here, this was the ideal neighborhood. As time went by, as slumlords started coming in, buying up properties around here, and start moving these problem people into these properties and stuff. And every time you turn around, there's the police. There's shots fired. Open drug markets. The house on the other side of my fence and stuff. I watched the medical examiner bring 5 bodies out of there. 5 bodies. All OD, overdoses. The house on the other side of my fence been raided multiple times. And the city has done nothing. But they said when Millville Garden was up, they said they was buying it and tearing it down because they said it was in bad need of repair and the crime. But the truth of the matter is, Millville Garden was mostly black people lived there, and Millville Garden was too close to the white folks down a little bit further with the nice homes. So 9 out of 10, that was why they bought it and tore it down. Not because of the need of repair and stuff or the crime, because all it would take for the proper people to come in, clean it up and stuff, fix it up and stuff, then that'd have been it. But they chose to throw people out of their home, then turn right around and lie and say, well, we're going to build 36 single family homes there. That lot is vacant to this day. All they do is just sell your dream here. Whatever money that they get, because I'm quite sure they get quite a bit of money from different agencies and stuff. A lot of money is supposed to be allocated to communities that need it the most and stuff. But here in these poor communities, you don't see nothing. You hardly even see police patrols. I mean, absolutely nothing. People put trash out there. There's bags sitting outside right now. They've been out there now almost a month. You think cities done come around and picked it up? No. 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 And like I say, the proper people need to come here and start doing an investigation because something is wrong here in the city of Millville, especially when it comes down to the poor neighborhoods. Especially if it's a black neighborhood, you get no type of services here. You get a bunch of lip services and excuses. That's all you get. They allow these slumlords to come in, buy up properties, and throw anybody in there. Now, these type of people, they're not going to have them in their neighborhoods, period. They're not going to have these type of problems in their neighborhoods and stuff. They're cleaning it so fast, you'd think they were never there. Why should people like myself and a lot of my good neighbors have to put up with this type of crap day in and day out? Like the guy on the other side of my fence, every day, he got a group, a crowd out there every single day. Every single day. You can't get rest every day. It's a shame. It's a shame. And nothing is done. The old slumlord that they got and stuff, got every excuse in the book. And that house there, I don't know why the city hasn't gotten that and seized the property and tore it down. Because they should. But they don't. They don't. As long as it's in poor community, black communities, they don't care. They turn their eyes the other way. Like I say, if anyone listening to this video, see this video and stuff like this here and stuff, and you know any officials and stuff, whether state, county, or federal, needs to come here in the city of Millville and stuff and start doing an investigation. They done an investigation of our municipal court and found that it was discrimination and stuff there. They closed the court down and stuff. Now everybody had to go to the municipal court in Vineland, New Jersey. And the city runs the courts. So you know there's some discrimination here, period. There's some corruption up there, and something needs to be done. The type of government we have here, the mayor, so-called mayor, that's only title, has no power. None of this type of stuff. I forgot what type of government that they call it, but that type of stuff needs to stop. You got the same old officials up there every single year. There's something wrong. There's something wrong there. And someone need to come out and do an investigation and to get this place here back on track, to get these communities and these neighborhoods back on track, to clean these neighborhoods up, to get rid of these slumlords and stuff. Crack down on hood, Section 8, whatever you want to call it, and start making them clean these places up. Get rid of these slumlords. Make these here slumlords and landlords start hiring contractors instead of patch up people that come here and patch up and stuff like that there, but they want to charge you enough rent, the type of rent that they charge to live in a lot of these places and stuff. You can go out there and get a mortgage. You might as well to have something of your own, something that you have full control over. But here in Millville, they don't have no type of price caps. I mean, absolutely nothing. You know, they rob the people because a lot of these landlords and slumlords, they take advantage of poor people. They exploit you because they know 9 out of 10 you might not have the money or the credit scores to be able to go out to get a mortgage to buy your own home. So they exploit you, and that needs to stop immediately. It really needs to stop, you know, because it's a shame. It's a shame. Like you got a lot of utility companies and stuff. Rates are so high, it's a shame. It's a shame. And it don't make no sense. You got the vice president talking about building homes and all that type of stuff. And there's one problem with a lot of things that she said. The one problem, they always say middle class, okay? Everybody's not middle class. What about people that has lower incomes? What about homes for them? And I think they ought to start a program where people can go ahead on, instead of staying on the systems like Section 8 and stuff like that there, go ahead, allow them to go ahead and purchase a home, regardless of their credit. If you got the money to play some old slumlord and stuff, then take that money and stuff and give it to them so they can go ahead on and buy a home. I know Section 8 has programs and stuff, a program where you can take, if you got what they call it, choice housing voucher, you can go ahead and use that to buy a home. But the hurdles you got to jump through to do that, that stuff there needs to be removed. And stuff. And you shouldn't be limited to, okay, you one person, so you only get one bedroom, stuff like that. Shouldn't be limited to stuff like that there at all. Because sometimes, you might have a person, they have a lot of property, belongings and stuff. So they need a lot more room. No person should have to take and start discarding, stuff that they done had and stuff, or stuff that they purchased just because HUD or Section 8 say, well, you only can allow to have one size place. That's horse crap. And start getting rid of these slumlords. Start, if people got to pay money for rent, like they buying a house and stuff, then whatever they live in, whether it's a home, privately owned home or apartment, should be well worth it, both inside and out. Not just a little bit of paint on the wall or the floor or something like that there. The place need to be well worth it. Heating systems, electrical system, plumbing, you name it, and stuff like that and stuff. Wall, not walls with that still that plaster walls and stuff. All that stuff needs to be gutted and taken out. No homes with radiators. No homes with oil heat. None of that. All that stuff should be banned. Those type of landlords, slumlords, whatever you want to call them, needs to be forced to hire contractors, not some old patch-up artists, to come in and fix these here places the way they're supposed to be. Gut them down to the studs and redo them, to include the wiring, plumbing, you name it. And then the landlords and slumlords, whatever you want to call them, need to be very selective in the type of people that you rent to, because everybody's not meant to live everywhere. And color has nothing to do with it. Because you got some people moving the neighborhood be fine. They keep their property up. There are no problems at all. But then you got some people moving the neighborhood and stuff. You got to lock your doors. You got to pull guard duty on your property and all that stuff. You got to put cameras and stuff all up around your property, all that stuff. It's a shame. It's a shame. Like I said, I don't watch the black people here, especially here on Buck Street, come here and destroy the neighborhood. Now, I lived here, and I watched that myself. I witnessed 3 homicides in the 700 block. 3 homicides. Multiple drug raids. Multiple shots fired. At least 5 people taken out the house on the other side of my fence by the medical examiner. Fights. Arguments. People hanging out that don't even live here. You got my neighbor on the side of my fence there. Keep a crowd every single day. On the way they're not out there, it's pouring down rain outside, or it's extremely cold. Other than that, and it's a shame. Neighbors on the other side of my house, where the parking lot at, throwing balls up, keep hitting my house, boom, boom. Done talk to them. And it's like you never said nothing. They over there, so many people in the house, it's a crying shame. Then you got the houses here that's been, used to be a single family home. That's where these slumlords and took it and chopped the house up, all that stuff. People living upstairs in a lot of these houses got one way in, one way out. That's code violations. But you think the city do anything? They don't do nothing. Fire start and stuff, they trapped. But they don't do nothing. Nothing at all. You got overcrowding. 2 and 3 families living in a 2-3 bedroom house, all that stuff. Don't even supposed to be there. Not even on a lease. Think the city do something? They don't do nothing. That's why I say these type of neighborhoods and stuff needs more attention and stuff like that. You know, with the right people, the right type of management and stuff like that, you can bring these type of neighborhoods together. Because we definitely need, you know, people that care. People that care. But here, like I say, it's a problem. It's a problem. And one of the main problems and stuff, you got to start getting rid of the slumlords. Because I don't care what community that you in. If slumlords start buying up properties, you can forget it. You can forget it. Because all they're looking at, they want to line their pockets up with your hard-earned money or Section 8 money, because 9 out of 10, that's who they're going to start renting to. Section 8 people. Not all people on Section 8 is bad. Don't get me wrong. Not all are bad. Not all are dirty. Not all of them on drugs. I mean, none of that stuff. You got a lot of them that work. And, I mean, all this type of stuff. Take care of their home, yard. I mean, everything and stuff. But you got a big number of them that you wouldn't even want in your neighborhood. That's the gospel truth. And I done witnesses here on Buck Street and other parts of the city where they get these people moving in. They start kicking them out of the projects. They're moving out the projects and stuff. They start moving in these neighborhoods. The neighborhoods go down to pure dump. You got a lot of the kids running around here, curse worse than a sailor, all this stuff. Disrespectful. I mean, it don't make sense. They run around like wild animals. And I don't know if any of you ever been out there in some of the projects and stuff. Go out there, take a visit, and look at and see how a lot of the people, how they act, how the kids act, run around. I mean, it's ridiculous. And a lot of them is always sitting in front of somebody else's apartment and stuff like that instead of their own. Crowds of them. It's a shame. Then another thing about a lot of people living in the project, a lot of them got better cars than people out there working hard every day. And I think HUD need to start taking a look at that. You can afford $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 rims and stuff on your car. You don't have no business living in them kind of places. And you got a lot of the guys and stuff. They move into neighborhoods and stuff because they get the girlfriend. She don't have no record or nothing. So she'll get out there, she'll get a place. Next thing you know, here come the drug dealing boyfriend and his friends. Then there's the neighborhood. And I think a lot of landlords need to start coming and paying more attention to what's happening on their properties and start doing something about their problem tenants instead of excuses all the time. All you got to do is go somewhere, sit somewhere, just pay attention. Because sometimes people move in for the first month, couple of months and stuff, they good as gold. But as time passes by, you'll see the real them and stuff. But anyway, we need to start taking care of our neighborhoods and stuff and getting, like I say, these problem people out of neighborhoods so good people can have a good place to live. be able to come outside, sit outside, and do whatever they want to do and enjoy themselves instead of being bottled up in their homes and stuff because they're afraid to go out because of what's going on around them and stuff. And all that stuff, like I say, needs to stop. Um, Start keeping our neighborhoods, nice and clean and stuff like that. We got a select few here that picks up, cuts the grass, edges the grass, and cleans up all that stuff. But then you got the majority. As soon as you clean up, cut your grass and stuff, seem like they don't want to see nothing nice. They come by, they throw trash down. I mean, you name it, it's ridiculous. Then you got these houses with all these grown folks in them, sit on their butt every day, sit on their porches every day, and want them to get out there and cut their grass. I'm none of that stuff. Some of them will cut the grass inside if they got a fence inside of the fence, but they won't cut the grass outside of the fence. They wait on somebody else to get out there and do it. They pick up and all that type of stuff, Who wants to live around people like that, Bunch of trashy people. Who wants to live by them? A lot of them around here, they run their mouth. They run their mouth, always running their mouth by somebody else and all that type of crap. But you take a good look at them. Take a good look at them. They talk about me all the time. He this, he that, and this and that there. And I don't bother a soul. I'm mostly in my house and stuff. I listen to my music and stuff. I'm going to start doing a lot of blogs and stuff like that and trying to get some things up and going for myself because I want to go ahead and buy a home so I can get from around this stuff because living around these kind of people is a nightmare. Believe what I'm telling you, it's a nightmare. And there's neighborhoods throughout the country that's the same way. And then you got the trashy people moving into your neighborhoods. And like I say, color has nothing to do with it. So I'm black just like most of these people are here. But I'm cut from a whole different cloth. I'm a military veteran and we was taught well. My father taught us very well to be respectful, to clean up. We had chores to do. And even during the summer when school was out and stuff like that, we had to study at least an hour a day, all that type of stuff. But kids nowadays, they go to school, and as soon as they get out of school, a lot of them don't even go home. They're all around somebody else's house and running the street, all this type of crap. And it don't make no sense. Every woman that had a child is not the mother. Every father that helped make that child is not the father. Or should I say every man, put it that way. Just a sperm donor. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, a lot of this stuff needs to stop and men need to start taking responsibility. Women need to start taking responsibility. They need to start getting a hold of their kids and stuff, and teach them something and stuff. Because each home needs to have structure. You got to have structure in your home. I had a woman that's supposed to have been my friend, but come to find out she wasn't really a friend. All she was a person that used people. I'm a person, okay, say for instance, if you sitting at my home, if I order something to eat or you got something here, it's common courtesy. Are you hungry? Do you want something to drink? Stuff like that. And you offer. And if I'm going to order something, would you like to have something, what you want, stuff like that. That's the type of person I am. So therefore, this person, they never got anything, so they say. That's the lie that they tell. Wouldn't even offer me a glass of water. They lived across the street from me. Not one time did they say, call us, Arnold. Let me see, do you? We cook this stuff over here. Would you like a plate of salmon, chicken bone, or something? Not one time. But I used to go over there, cut their grass. I mean everything. Didn't ask for nothing. Didn't charge them nothing. And I would do it with a weed whacker to the lawnmower. And that's, pretty big in the yard over there. I would cut it, edge it, clean it up, you name it. Sometimes I'll go there with my power washer and clean, the green stuff, mold, what you want to call it, algae, whatever. Wouldn't charge her nothing. Just, gave me something constructive to do. Simple as that. And then, you get people like that, they claim, oh, they're your friend, but they're not truly your friend. They just out for what they can get. And that's the gospel truth. And them type of people being in your life, you don't need them kind of people. Any type of person, special people that's not trying to do something constructive to enhance or better their lives, get them type of people out of your life. You'll do so much better. That's the gospel truth. You get around and stuff, you figure out things and stuff, things that you want to do and stuff. Sometimes it takes a little time, but keep on pushing because it'll materialize sooner or later. Sometimes it takes time. And I'm working on a few things for myself to try to enhance my life and stuff. A lot of time, most of the time I'm in the house. I go out on the porch because I like to feed the cats and stuff outside because, somebody got to help them out too. We all need help, whether we animals, or people, and, if you see a stray dog, a cat or something, give it a helping hand, some water, some food or something, give it a helping hand. Don't try to hurt the animal because, you get a lot of these people around here. They'll try to hurt the animals. I see cats crossing the street. I see people speed up, try to hit the cats. Why? Picture that being your child. If some of your child crossing the street, somebody speed up and try to hit your child or hit your child. You wouldn't like that. So treat animals the same way. Don't hurt them. Don't hurt them. I have very little, but I try my best to share what I have, with my animals here in the house and also outside the house. God has blessed me enough to be able to, to help them, and sometimes, like I say, you get your blessing, a lot of people got to stop being selfish and self-centered, help these animals out and stuff. Do everything you can to bring your communities together. Go to meetings and stuff like that there and stuff. But sometimes the meetings don't do any good because most of the time, especially here in Millville, like I say, all you're going to get is excuses and lip service. But you have to keep on pushing. I remember when I lived in Seabrook, when I started fighting to get, the builders, the homes out there that's out there now. I had everybody and their mama. Oh, we'll go to the meetings with you. We'll do this. We'll do that. If you need us, just call us. We'll be right there. Every time there was a meeting, I was the only one there. Only one there. And then they made deals with the management out there and stuff. And they started making up things against me. Arnold did this. Arnold did that. Every time I turn around, I had a new eviction notice on my door. That goes to show you how people are. Okay? I was back and forth to court for eviction so many times, it was a shame. I mean, it's a shame. Done nothing wrong. Just fighting for a better life. That's all. They didn't like the fact that I was always in the newspaper speaking out against the crime, the mismanagement, the management out there stealing and stuff. I mean, all types of stuff was going on there and stuff. And I fought and fought and fought. I won. You see the new builders out there, don't you? So you can do quite a bit. Sometimes, everybody doesn't have the strength or the background or something like that to do things what I done. Or they don't have the stamina or something for that because of the retaliation that they come, because they will come after you. Because I've been through it, like with the evictions and all that stuff when I lived out in Seabrook and stuff. I didn't let that stop me and stuff. I kept on fighting and I won. So you can do quite a bit. But anyway, we need to get these communities and stuff together, get these slumlords out of the communities, these problem people out of the communities and stuff, start working together and supporting each other. And also make sure you get out there and vote, because if you don't, we're in for a very, 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 very dark time. So we need to get out there and vote. Vote like your life dependent on it, because it actually does. With the racist type stuff that Trump promotes and his people promoting stuff, they want to get out there and start be able to call you different types of disrespectful names and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Do things to you that they felt they not, going to be held accountable for. And Trump, he's running for president, not because he wants to. He's running because he's trying to get up out of them charges, keep going to prison. That's the only reason why he's running. So be truthful. Anybody that's supporting Trump and they call themselves American or call themselves they for democracy or they for the rule of law, they full of harsh noogie. That's a fact. Because if you for the rule of law, why would you be supporting a person that's been found liable for sexual assault, been convicted on 34 felony accounts, had the people, encouraged the people to storm the U.S. Capitol. Many people got hurt. Some people lost their lives. He's a known liar. He's a convicted felon. He's a coward because they had a doctor to lie for him to say he had bone spurs so he couldn't go into the military. All this stuff. But this the type of person you want to be able to send your loved ones to war and all this type of stuff, put them in harm's way. I can bet you he's not going to put none of his kids in harm's way. Period. That's not going to happen. And then turn right around and disrespect veterans, call veterans and stuff, people that done fought and all this stuff, maybe been hurt or lost their lives or something, call them suckers and all this type of stuff. But this is what you want in the White House? Something's wrong with you. That's the gospel truth. And all that type of stuff, like I say, this man here, there's only one thing fit for him. That's prison. That's prison. He stoked violence, all this type of stuff. He threatened people, all this type of stuff. And he does it all the time and stuff. And the only person, the man's a coward because one, it's easy to run your mouth and hide behind security. But that's what he does. He stokes all this violence and stuff. He mocks people. Like he mocked President Carter and then Nancy Pelosi's husband after he got hurt. What type of person is that? But yet he sat there and talk about the immigrants and all this type of stuff. They rapists, murderers, and all this stuff. That's the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Look at all the people that he made sure was put to death when he was in the White House. That's murder, period. I don't care what the law says. Murder is murder. The Bible states, thou shalt not kill. Period. Okay? And then, He always talking about the Bible, this, the Bible's that. God is not a God of confusion, period. Trump stokes chaos everywhere he goes. Look what happened when he was first in the White House. All this chaos. Anybody didn't bend over and kiss his butt to get along with him or go out there and break the law for him, what he done? He got rid of him. He fired him. We don't need no more of that horse crap. We need someone in that White House that's going to lead the people. A true leader brings people together as one. That's a true leader. True leaders don't stoke fear. A true leader has what you call compassion. That's a true leader. You don't threaten nobody and stuff like that. If I don't win, it's gonna be a bloodbath. What kind of crap is that to tell a nation of people? Then talk about the Mexican people, talk about immigrants and stuff. Why are you married to an immigrant? Why is that? You got a relative, Trump got a relative of his that came over here and stuff illegally from Germany, to be exact, to try to escape some type of prosecution or arrest in Germany. Came to the U.S. illegally, but got deported back, and then he was rejected out of Germany. So you got Trump be running his mouth all the time. Then he got them suckers on the Supreme Court there that he put in there that protected him and all that type of stuff, because he'd been in jail a long time ago. Trust me. And protecting him, letting him do what he wants to do. And then what did this here mess with, the government stepping in, trying to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her own body? That should be between her and her doctor. You got these women out here, they're dying because of this MAGA crap. They're dying. They're losing their lives and all this stuff. Can't get the medical attention, help that they need. It don't make sense. And it's time for him to go. And anybody support him to go. And that's the gospel truth. And you guys got to remember, all you MAGA people that think you want to go around and call people the N-word or call Spanish people the names you call them, Asian people, any other race out of their name and stuff, you can bet one thing: this is not the 1950s anymore. Believe that. The graveyard will be full, and that you can count on. It's not Black Wall Street. Trust me. And I'm a person that never, ever want to hurt a living soul. Period. But I am a veteran. And we took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And I respect that oath to the letter. Now, get out there and vote, 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 vote. Keep this narcissist, racist, convicted felon out of the White House. And Democrats, I want you to do everything that you can to win both chambers of Congress, upper and lower chamber, to win both of them. Because laws needs to be changed. The Supreme Court needs to be changed. The people that Trump put in there that allowing women to die and stuff like that shall be and needs to be removed. and possibly jail themselves. Mr. Thomas, lock him up because he's crooked. A lot of crooked mess going on there. Then he needs to be removed, and some of the other ones as well. Anyone that they overturned Roe versus Wade and stuff, they need to be removed. You have no right to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. That's what should be between her and her doctor, not the government, period. Whether it's federal, state, or county, it shouldn't matter. Let that be her choice. And something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. All these racist people hating on Jewish people, they're people too. Just like anyone else. Now, let's almost set the record straight. Now, here we go. A lot of white people here, they want to ban books, tell you what you can and can't read, and all this stuff. Okay? And it's so-called, it's woke crap. Okay? Now, first of all, let's go way back in time. Let's get it back there. Okay? Now, take this here. Before all the waters come in, before the lands were separate, you know, there used to be only one land. Okay? Don't take my word for it and stuff. Research it. Now, civilization started with what? People of color. Period. Now, all other races revolved from people of color. And that's the gospel truth. People of color was here on this land before any other race. Period. And that's the truth. Don't you know the United States used to be part of Africa at one time? Look at a world map. Imagine the water's not there. When you move both lands together, it fits like a glove. All you got to do, look at it for yourself. People of color was here first. Period. Civilization started with people of color. Every other race revolved from people of color. And that's a fact. Now, all you racist jokers out there, do a DNA test. I bet you got some degree of black in you. Do a DNA test. Don't take my word for it. You want to call black people the N-word, Asian people other words and all this stuff. Mexican people this, Puerto Rican people that. And Puerto Ricans and stuff, they just as black as I am, but they won't earn up to it. Same thing with Mexicans. Same thing with Italians. DNA tests approve that fact. A lot of races and stuff. You take like Asian people. Don't you know the first Asians was dark-skinned people? The first Filipinos were dark-skinned people. But you guys don't want to hear that because they say, oh, they say you woke. Well, you're supposed to be asleep all your life? Because the opposite of woke is sleep, is asleep. It's just that simple. So people, and I encourage you, I don't care where you're from, what color you are, start doing your research, start learning real history, not that crap they teach in school. Because if you notice in school, when you open up history books, everything revolves around some white person, as though no other race on the face of this earth ever done anything. And anybody will know that's a bunch of horse nookie. That's wrong. A lot of things that different races done, white race stole from them. And that's the truth. Especially when black people wasn't allowed to hold patents. I mean, a lot of stuff that was taken from them. You got the whites, they want to say black people this, black people that. But the white race is one of the most violent races on the face of this earth. And that's the truth. Look how they went over there to Africa with this apartheid crap. Taking land, from the people over there, from African people, killing them, putting them in prison, all this stuff. Look what they done to President, what is his name now? Mandela. Put this man in prison, 20, 25 years. For what? You see? They don't want other races to know anything, to be able to do anything, because they want to hold power and stuff. But everybody that got their Bibles and they buying that horse crap called them Trump Bibles and stuff, you need to read the Bible to find out what it says. The Bible also states, what was first shall be last, what was last shall be first. That's a fact. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can wear all the white hoods and call me the N-word all you want. Because no man, I don't care who you're from, what type of money you got, what color your skin, can stand in the way of God's word or God's word. Now, you see all them storms coming in? I'm going to tell you something. And you better pay close attention to what I'm saying. Everything is not climate change. You best believe that. Everything is not climate change. And that's a fact. When you try to do things against God, try to change his word and stuff, God will always have the last word. He'll move you out the way, one way or the other. You got all these storms coming in. Trust me, that's a wake-up call. Believe that. And I want you to concentrate. Where are these storms hitting at the most? The most communities are getting hit the most. You take where them big, beautiful homes at, them storms are tearing them up, snatching them up, pushing them down hills, floating down the water, down the middle of the street, whatever. So you guys, you need to think. You start treating people right, treating people with respect, regardless of whom they are, where they're from, what color they are. Period. Immigration system set something up because those people do have the right to come somewhere where they can make a better life for themselves. Yes, close the border. Yes, I agree with that. Close the border and stuff and set up where the people can come over here legally, not illegally, legally. You have to vet the people, search the people, whatever you have to do. If they got criminal backgrounds, all that type of stuff, we don't need them here. Don't need them here. But give people a chance, like we always were given a chance. White folks, you coming into this country and here and stuff, took land from the Indian people, from the natives that was already here, took land, just took stuff. So actually, you're immigrants. And that's a fact. That is a fact. You took people from Africa, other nations stuff, made them slaves and all this stuff here, but want to tell us what we can do, where we can live and all this type of stuff. We built this country. In actuality, this is our country, not yours. But you don't want to teach stuff like that in school. Mm-mm. You don't want to teach the truth. And I can guarantee you start teaching the truth in school and stuff like that, perhaps the world will start to come together as one. That's when people will start learning and knowing the truth instead of lies. Because the white race want people to believe that they are superior to any other race on the face of this earth. And that's a fabrication. And that's a fact. When you steal and take from people, that don't make you superior. That make you weak. When you hold other people and as slaves and stuff, that don't make you superior. That make you weak. That's a fact. When you disrespect other people, other races and stuff, that don't make you superior. That make you weak. When you take and stuff from people and try to hold them where they living off of, say, crumbs and stuff, that don't make you superior. That make you weak. Because a nation will be a strong nation if people had the resources and stuff that they need and stuff. You can make a nation so rich, if everybody had a piece, say a piece of the pie, should I say. There's more money spent. There's more industrialism coming in, beautiful homes and stuff, neighborhoods and all this type of stuff. Instead of putting your foot on somebody's neck, taking from them. Don't want to raise the minimum wage so people can get ahead. People need to get ahead, not just get by. You got to rob Peter to pay Paul. That's not good. That's not good. And we need leaders that's going to make sure people have the means to get ahead, not get by. Get ahead. Become homeowners. Be able to pay for their homes and stuff. Not live in some slum where, you got those houses, I always call them Bamalams. To be able to live in a nice, beautiful home. And that's the type of stuff that's needed. Okay, so I'm getting ready to sign off and see you guys next time. Take it easy. Robert McQuaid.